My name is Chris Linster. I started coming to Discovery not long after the barn was built. I saw the building going up and got curious and walked inside and just fell in love with the church.
Well, I've been at Discovery for 10 years easy. And, well, in fact, when we first started, this building wasn't here. It used to be the Legacy High School, in fact.
I'm sitting in church one day just like everybody else, and Steve's going through the announcements after communion, and he's going on about, we need parking lot attendants and we need people to serve downstairs in the youth ministry, and I'm only half paying attention. I'm just trying to get through it, and then I hear him say, "We're proud to announce we're serving a new ministry. It's called Juvenile Justice, and they go into juvenile detention centers and they minister to kids in crisis." And the hair stood up on the back of my neck, and I just had this overwhelming compulsion to follow through with that, and I'm so glad I did.
With Juvenile Justice, I can relate to those kids, mainly because I was one of those kids. And I had people help me out earlier in life, and I wanted to try to give back a little bit.
There certainly been some victories. One girl in particular, she came to us, beautiful girl, but she was just caked in goth makeup, and she was a cutter. She was just slashed from her head to her toes, and she was kind of self-harming. And after a few weeks of trying to break open that shell, I just looked at her and said, how can we fix you? And she looked at me and said, "You can't fix me. I'm too badly broken." And I was searching for scripture or something to pull out, and I had just watched Yellowstone, the Kevin Costner Western thing the night before, and he had said, "You can't fix a broken wagon wheel, but you can take the pieces and make a new one." And so I pulled that out, and she kind of smiled, and I didn't know that she could smile. She was with us for about 6 months. We saw her get better, and when we sent her home, there wasn't a scratch on her. She looked great, and she had a plan. We asked her, "How are you gonna stay out of trouble?" And she's like, "I've already written letters to my friends and told them I love them, but we can't be friends anymore." She said, "I'm walking to school, it's 5 miles, but bad things happen on the bus, and I don't want to get involved in that again." So, it just lifts your heart and just makes everything so worth it.
The best time, we had a guy, severely autistic, couldn't speak, name was Alex. And we always try to get Alex to participate in some games. We did Bible studies, we also did a lot of games, just to develop a relationship with the kids. And all once we're playing, dodgeball, kind of like dodgeball. It's a variant of that. And finally, Alex decided he's gonna go out and play. And he didn't know the rules, and he wasn't following the rules. But the other kids left him do whatever he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the other kids were supporting him, saying, "All right, Alex, go, man, go," and stuff like that. And he was throwing the ball at him and stuff like that. And the kids were just praising him on. And I just thought that was probably my best time there. Mm-hmm. The best experience I had there. Wow. To see the other kids who had it rough themselves encouraging someone who had it even rougher than them.
I was pretty clear with those guys. I was very upfront. I was like, I'm not a Bible scholar. I can't quote scripture, and I don't even claim to be a very good Christian. And they just smiled, and Steve just smiled and said, "If you're a good person and you're willing to give the time and commit to it, then, we'd love to have you on board." Yeah, I tell people all the time, I have no idea if I'm helping these kids, but they're helping me in ways that I never anticipated. And you become a better Christian if you're going to talk to kids about these topics and find, some inspiration from the Bible, then you better know what's in there. And so I'm up, finding myself up at midnight Googling, what does the Bible say about trust and prayer and sin and et cetera. And you just get a better connection with Christ and with God and with the Bible. Yeah, I think it's definitely helped me in ways that I'm very grateful for.
You know, I tell you what, just find your niche. Everyone has a certain thing that they can give. It doesn't matter what it is. If you can help other people, that's the whole key. Especially when you get older, you find out that there's more of a, you just have more of a desire to help. I don't know, I shouldn't say it, young people do too. But for me anyway, as I got older, I developed more of a desire to help other people out. And that's what I recommend, find your niche, do it, help people, you know? And if you don't feel comfortable in that particular spot, there's a lot of other spots to go to. And you know, give a little bit to society.
Yeah, when you obey that command to go out and love and serve others, it all comes back at you. And you know, at first, in the beginning, you know, it was like Thursday would roll around and I'd be like, oh man, I gotta go. I have to go to Devereaux today. And then that quickly turned into, well, I get to go to Devereaux today. So I really was looking forward to showing up and being there and helping these kids out. And I miss it. You know, we've been out of campus since March, and there's definitely a big hole in my heart, and I can't wait to get back. But yeah, if you have the passion and you've got the time, then just do it. Just take that leap. And if juvenile justice isn't for you, then find other ways to serve. It really helps you. It helps the community, and you know, it's all very selfish. The more kids that I can help there, the less chance I got a rock going through my windshield. So